Hey guys, welcome back to the Toy Cave. I was about to start work on a series of videos I'm working on after about a month of not having any videos to show you because we recently had a baby. When I looked on Facebook and I saw that the local St. Vinny's Dig and Save had just refilled their toy bins, it said fresh bins. So of course I ran over there and I found quite a few things. Let's check it out. If you haven't heard of the St. Vincent de Paul Dig and Save, I've shown it in past videos, but here's a quick scan of it again. It's basically a place with a bunch of dumpsters, and everything is $1 per pound. We'll start with some of the vintage action figures that I found. Right here is a Battle Beast. If you don't know Battle Beasts, they're a spin-off of Transformers in Japan, and they're released as Battle Beasts in the US. Here's an elephant guy. He is missing an arm, but I grabbed him anyway. Then I got a couple muscle figures. Here's a colored one. He's kind of shaped like a combination lock. And then here's one of the classic flesh tone ones. And here's one of these little monster puppets that were all over in the 80s. It's just fun, so I grabbed him. And then I found a bunch of G.I. Joes. Here is the third medic from the G.I. Joe team. This is Stretcher. And then here we have a ripcord. His crotch piece is broken, but other than that, he's pretty decent. Could use him for parts. And here's a lift ticket. He's in really good shape. Usually these have their nose paint rubbed off. This one doesn't. It's pretty dirty. I need to clean these yet, but pretty awesome. Pulling some vintage G.I. Joe out. And behind them is a bunch of panels for the G.I. Joe Coastal Defender vehicle. If there's G.I. Joe parts, I'm going to grab them. This isn't a very popular vehicle. I already have a complete one here if you want to see what it looks like. It's basically a crate that you tow behind a vehicle, and then you can fold all the panels and it just becomes like this missile sentry thing. Up next is a gallon bag full of Fisher-Price Little People from the 70s and 80s. Looks like mostly stuff to the zoo playset, so we'll open it up and see what we got. So here's what was in the bag. It is mostly the zoo set pieces. I quite often find Fisher-Price Little People playsets just bare bones with none of the parts. So if anyone has the zoo base, I could sell them these parts. I have a lot of nostalgia for this line. I think every kid in the 70s and 80s played with these at some point. So we got the tree with the two birds here, elephant, it's a mountain goat. We got the train here with a bunch of people, lion. Actually have a second train car, even though it only came with the one in the playset. Got a hippo here. Got one of the little monkeys that can hang on the building. Seal, more people, all the little food bits, some tables, a little girl in an airplane, and this monkey that's not from the zoo, and the rubbers become really brittle on these, and I broke off his tail just touching it. So probably not going to keep these things. I know my mom has a bunch of these playsets at her house that my kids still play with. So maybe I'll give them to her, or else, like I said, I could sell them to somebody that's looking for all the pieces for the playset. That's all I found for vintage toys, but I also picked up a few modern items. This is the Mantis mech from the Halo video games. I'm an Xbox fan, and I do play Halo. This guy is probably going to get set up in my gaming room. It's pretty cool. This is built for 3 3/4 inch scale figures. It's made by Jazzwares. It only came out about 2 years ago and somebody already discarded it. But it's pretty articulated. It's really neat looking. The cockpit opens up. You can put a figure inside. I shoved a Fortnite figure in there that I also found at the Dig and Save. You can see how she sits in there. So this is a pretty awesome thing to pull out of the bins in very good shape. And it'll join my other video game toys in my gaming area. Here is one of the Lego board games. This is Minotaurus. I do not care about this Lego video game. You can see someone was trying to sell this for $10 before it ended up at the Dig and Save. But the reason I buy these Lego board games is because it's a cheap way at rummage sales and things to get a Lego base plate. Usually a Lego base plate in the store is like $8.99 or $10 each, but these have base plates in them, and I can usually find this game for just a couple bucks at a rummage sale. So I grabbed this, and after I grabbed it, I started throwing every single Lego piece inside of it that I could find in the bins. So I got quite a few pounds of Lego here. That probably took up the most of the cost that I spent. But on the bottom here, you can see, well, there's the base plate. The rest of these items are things I grabbed for my kids. They love having Nerf battles around the house, and so do I. So I got a bunch of attachments for Nerf guns I found. Got some stocks, magazines, some scopes, barrel extenders, a grip. Whatever this is, I don't know. And I also found a whole bag of darts, because you can never have enough darts, especially when my cats love to steal them, hide them, and chew them up. Lastly, here are a few items I just grabbed as gifts for my son. When we went to Disney World earlier this year, he really wanted a Slinky Dog as a souvenir, and I have no idea why. He's never said he likes Slinky Dog or anything before that, and we said, no, you're not going to play with that. But I found this one in the Dig and Save, so for $1 per pound, I wonder if he even remembers he wanted one, but here's a really good shaped Slinky Dog that I can give him and see how he likes it. And then I also got him another Bakugan, these little transforming balls. I think there's some kind of game you could play with them, but he just likes to throw them and turn them into a little creature. This one turns into a dragon and folds back up into a ball. So that's everything I found at the St. Vinny's Dig and Save today. It was a pretty good rummage. Any day I come home with a vintage G.I. Joe is a good day. It ended up coming to about 9.5 pounds. So I spent less than $10 for everything you saw here. An absolute steal. Love paying by the pound. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe to this video. And next month we'll have a total room tour of the Toy Cave. We'll see what changed and what didn't. And all the new items I got this year that you may have seen on the channel. Until next time, thanks for watching the Toy Cave.